Hey y'all, so today we're out in the garden area. We've got another project going on, so y'all come with us as we go. So our project today is going to be trying to cover up all of this grass that's in between these raised beds. It wasn't that hard to get in here and cut in between them when we just had these smaller 5. But now that we're adding the bigger ones, you can see from where the mower can get into. And plus we don't want to keep cutting and blowing all these weeds and grass clippings into the beds, and just creates more weeding for us. So we're going to go through, we've got some cardboard to put down, we've got our weed mat, and we had some rock delivered the other day. So we have some edging to go along with that, so y'all follow along with us today as we work outside. Well, we've got all the cardboard down, then we've put the weed mat down. Now we're going to go get some of the gravel with the tractor, start bringing it into the center, spreading it out from there. We would have videoed more. Didn't think y'all wanted to just see a time lapse of all of that. Plus, we're trying to beat all the storms coming in. All right, y'all, we're gonna get back at it. So hopefully we can finish and beat these storms. If not, it'll be on another day. We'll bring y'all back along with us. Hey y'all, it's been a few days since we last videoed. We did beat the storms. It was coming in and it was going to start raining, and we weren't able to finish because we ran out of gravel. Not because we didn't work hard at it, but we originally got 5 tons of gravel delivered and we ran out. So we had to get 3 more delivered a few days later when they could work us in. So we got it finished, and boy, what a transformation it has been for me out here. So we've got the weed mat paper is up underneath, and then we've spread all the gravel out, and we have put this no dig, just a black plastic edging around. And y'all, they have came so far. I don't know where that no dig has came into play, but for the last several years, we've always had to dig this in the ground, and this just has the spikes that you just go around and hammer in. Oh, that made things a whole lot easier and a lot better. So for me, seeing all this like this, it's opened up this space. It makes it look a whole lot bigger than what it really was. And I know for Troy, he's gonna enjoy not having to get in here and weed eat and mow in between everything. So it's turned out really great. All right, so I'm going to tell y'all about the gravel that we chose. I think we looked it up and it's called 89 stone. It's small. You can see in my hands the little small sizes that it's just little pebbles. It's like a pea gravel size kind of. I really was going to go with that at first. And y'all can tell we're on the slope. We've talked about that. The pea gravel, because it's round, it's just going to roll. And everything from up high is going to just end up rolling and getting so thick and rolling off into the grass and over our edge. So we wanted something that's going to settle. So over time, as we're walking out here, and 2, just rolling our gorilla cart like a wheelbarrow, anything, it's just going to pack this down, not sink into the gravel, not roll down the hill. So y'all are seeing this and thinking like, well, I can't do that. They've put so much money into that, and that's not attainable for me. Well, one, this garden is 3 years in the making, so it didn't happen like this overnight. Even though y'all are kind of seeing it overnight, we weren't doing YouTube and videoing when we first started. So 3 years ago, we just started with these 5 beds, and I already talked about how those were just the cedar fence pickets that you can buy at your local box store. and we made those. And we've added a cattle panel so that I can grow vertically on that, like my cucumbers, and I've got some loofah gourds starting now and some little sweet pea flowering vines this year. So, you know, our big raised beds, yeah, we added those this year. That was metal we already had. That was from our roof. The arbor, that was my Mother's Day present last year. So I wanted an entrance into the garden. It's not finished. And you see we've got this larger spot that's the gravel and it's open. Well, we have plans for 2 more of these L-shaped larger beds. But just like everything else, and y'all know if you're out gardening or doing anything with a farm right now, it is such a busy season. You know, we've came out of winter, spring is in full swing around here, and it's always something, and we're just out of time. So we've had to do the 2 in-ground beds, and that's fine. So this will come and happen maybe this fall, maybe by next spring. But again, 3 years in the making, so we're happy with what we've got and where we've came from. So y'all just get out and get started. You got to start somewhere. Since we were out here and I was showing y'all our nice looking raised bed area, well, right next to it is one of our in-ground garden beds. And this is where we did our videos of where we sifted all of this dirt. You can see it's not pretty as it is over there. Got to get out here and weed. But I was going to show you, we did put up the cattle panels and the T-post. This is all tomatoes and tomatillos. So you can tell, look, they're not perfect. They are crooked because it's what we had. It's things that we had laying around here on the farm that we put to use. I've got tomato cages. I don't have this many tomato cages. I've got a few that were, I didn't have room for out here because I've got okra, 2 rows of okra back there on the back side that I mean, I'm not staking that like I wanted my tomatoes because we have such high winds up here. So I wanted them to have the good support. And so I'm going to use my tomato cages on some of those. It's in the raised beds. But y'all can see it's not perfect, but it's what we had. So it's going to work just as good as if we went and bought it brand new. Hey y'all, so we came out here checking on our new herd. You may notice there's a couple of ones missing. We sold the 2 bucks that were with this herd. We don't need them. They were fainer mixes, which is the black and white herd that's in the background back there. And I have 2 bucks that I want for my fainers, so we didn't need to keep them. I would like to get a Nigerian Dwarf pug, but it's feeding time. They've ran out of their hay, so we've got our new bale sitting right here. Let's see if I can get it over there. So watch y'all see how they get. They're so excited. See, they're already jumping up and trying to get it. Get this all over me. How heavy is this? Hey, your horns, sister. I don't know. Can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. Gosh, y'all, that was so heavy. Here's my snips. Troy normally does all this, but he's got a video. He doesn't like being on camera. Look at me, covered in hay. So this is orchard grass, right? I think that's what we bought this time. Last time we did a alfalfa mix. Come here. Come here. We still got these pinned up in this. I mean, it's a larger area. I say pinned up. They are separated from the other herd. One, just to make sure that there's nothing that they have that, I mean, they can touch nose to nose through the fence, but this is the setup that we have. So we're just making sure that they're all good and everybody got dewormed and gave copper today, because you can tell this one right here, she looks a little, this is the mama and she had twins. I think they said they sold one of them as a bottle baby. But so we're just kind of keeping an eye and to just socialize with them. They're not used to us and they're not as friendly as some of them are. So, you know, I want to milk them. We want to make things with their milk and use that. So we want them to be to where they're not running away every time that we come in. Hi. So having them in a smaller area, it just lets us see. When we first got her and was putting her on the trailer, she was headbutting me, trying to throw her horns around, and now look at her. Just from coming out here little by little, they see that we're not a threat. We bring food. They love food. I mean, we all do, right? So look at them. They're getting there. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to close her up for the night, go in, and everybody's eating. It's time for us to go eat. So y'all like, subscribe, share us with your friends, tell everybody about us, follow along, and come and join us on our adventures as we learn and we grow here on our farm. And we're going to put some before and after videos, I think, at the end of this so that y'all can see that the difference that made in our garden area. So y'all check that out, and we'll see y'all on the next one.